And just take a minute, wiggle around, get comfy in your seat, and find a spot that feels right to you. Maybe just do a little bit of stretching through your neck here, letting your chin draw a circle in one direction. The wider you draw that circle, you'll feel your neck stretching more in different directions. And then reverse it and make a circle with the chin the other way. And then come back to center. And let's tip our head over to one side, just dropping ear to shoulder. And then reach the opposite arm out and feel a nice stretch through your side neck. Pointing the fingers away from you. And then coming back up to center. And then tip your head over to the other shoulder. Reach the opposite arm out. And feeling the stretch on the other side. And then come back up to center. And then bring your hands back behind you so that your elbows are about at shoulder height. And let's do a tip over to one side. And just hold it there. Try to point your upper elbow towards the ceiling as high as you can. And then come back up to center. And then take it over to the other side. Right elbow pointing up. Just stretching through your side body. And then back up to center. And then let's do some circles with our wrists one way. And then reverse it the other. Good. And then place your hands down on your lap, sit up tall, and just close your eyes for a moment. I'm going to read a poem to you by Wendell Berry. And it's called The Peace of the Wild Things. When despair for the world grows in me, and I wake in the night at the least sound, in fear of what my life and my children's lives may be, I go and I lie down where the wood drake rests his beauty on the water and the great heron feeds. I come into peace of wild things who do not tax their lives with forethought or grief. I come into the presence of still water, and I feel above me the day-blind stars waiting for their light. For a time, I rest in the grace of the world and am free. So that's a classic Wendell Berry quote, poem about the wood drakes down by the water being peaceful. I had a friend come over last night. We had dinner, and when we were eating, her daughter was texting her because she was spiraling out. She was going back to school at UVM. All her friends were leaving for college. She wasn't able to move into her apartment until September 9th, which, for someone who's 20 seems like 10 years, I think. And like all these things were going wrong. And my friend Leslie said to me, "What do I say to her?" And I'm like, "Just tell her to take some deep breaths." and that's what she did. And she came back a little later, texting her mom, and she said, "I'm sorry, I was just completely spiraling out, wasn't I?" And she said, "Yeah, it felt really good to just stop for a minute and take some breaths and to just find a little peace." And that poem always reminds me of that. Just, looking at something in nature or going outside for a minute or two and just taking a moment when you're having a hard time. I'm making a commitment to myself at school. School is starting up for me. That I'm going to go out at least once a day and walk around the building every day. That's my commitment for the year, is to just take a moment and go outside and find a little peace. So there you have it. All right, let's get started. Why don't we head over to the mat and find tabletop position. Let's have our hands under our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips, tops of the feet on the floor. Fingers are spread out wide. And just round your back up towards the ceiling. Drop your chin towards your chest. Tuck your tailbone under. And then release your belly. Lift your tailbone. Raise your eyes. Look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, release. Exhale, round. Inhale, release. Round it up and back down. Round it up and then back down. One more time. This time, hold your back up towards the ceiling or sky. Tuck your chin. Press firmly into your hands. Pull your belly in towards your spine. Pressing firmly so that you're pushing up, up, up. And then slowly release and just come back to a neutral position. Wiggling the hips side to side. Letting your head swing back and forth. And then coming back to center. Let's bring the right foot forward up in between your hands. Keep the left knee down. And then coming up into a kneeling position. Let's raise the arms up overhead. Hands come together. Eyes look up. Breathing. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale, release. Let those arms come down. Bring your hands on top of that right leg and just drop down into a deeper lunge, stretching out that left quad for a little bit. You can lift your chin, looking up, open the heart, holding this lunge. Let's hold it for 3. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. All right, pull the hips back, drop your right knee back down into kneeling position, and then bring your left foot forward. Right knee stays down this time. Swing the arms up overhead, palms together, eyes up, and breathe. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Bring the hands down. Place them onto your left leg. Drop down into the lunge, stretching out the right leg, and then lift the eyes, look up towards the ceiling, and breathe. Good, and then pull your hips back. Bring the left leg back, and let's drop back down onto all fours. Curl your toes under behind you, pressing into your hands. Let's slowly lift up into downward facing dog and start pedaling your feet out, moving back and forth, bending your right knee, then your left, just alternating. Walk it out. And then let both heels drop down towards the mat, and then lift them both up. Roll up to your toes. Exhale, drop the heels down, and inhale, lift them up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. And then drop them down, and let's slide the shoulders forward, coming into a plank position, making a straight line with your body, spreading out your fingers. You want to make sure those hands are underneath your shoulders, pushing out through your heels, and your belly is nice and strong. You're pulling your belly button in towards your spine. Now let your hips drop down towards the floor. Roll your heart through your arms. Lift, look up. And then on the exhale, bring it back. Inhale forward. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale back. Bring it forward and drop it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale back. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time. Forward and down and up and back. And now bring it forward. Drop your knees down onto the mat. Let's spread out the knees wide, big toes touch. Sit back towards your heels. Make a little hand pillow with your hands and drop your head down. Breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Lift your head back up. Come back up into tabletop position, walking those knees back in. And now let's curl the toes under, and you're going to walk your hands in towards your knees. And then lift those knees up and just balance on your toes here, stretching out the toes a little bit. The heels are lifted. You're just sitting back onto your heels. Use your hands for support by your side to just keep yourself balanced. And then see if you can lift up one hand, and then see if you can lift up the other, balancing on the balls of the feet and the toes here. Nice steady gaze. Whoop. Find something in front to look at. Don't watch me. Breathing. And then drop those hands back down. Drop your knees back down onto the floor and just tuck your heels in, sitting on them for a minute, still stretching out those toes. Hands are on the legs. Lift the chin, look up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, drop it down. Inhale, lift, look up, and then exhale, drop it down. One more time, look up, and then exhale, drop it down. Come back up into a neutral position. Bring your hands back down onto the floor and then roll all the way back onto your feet. Hands by your side. Slowly straighten up the legs and find forward fold. And now walk your hands around to the right, twisting over to the right. Just holding it here, breathing, and then come back to center and twist it over to the left. Hold it here. Take a breath. And then come back to center. Now walk your hands up halfway, pressing into your legs, extending your torso out, extending your head, looking down towards the mat, and then exhale, fold it down. Inhale, lift, come up halfway, and exhale, drop back down. Inhale, lift, come up halfway, and exhale, drop it down. Now this time we're going to walk it all the way up, coming into standing position. Bring yourself towards the back of your mat, standing in Tadasana. Just roll from your toes to heels a couple times back and forth. Feeling your feet settling into the floor, come into stillness, and then bring your hands together at your heart center, thumbs touching the chest, eyes are closed. And just take this moment to create your intention for today. And now slowly open your eyes. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Hands to shins, come up halfway. Exhale, drop it down. Walk your hands out. Come into plank position. Drop your knees. Exhale to the mat. Inhale, lift, cobra. Exhale, drop back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Curl your toes under, press and lift. Come up to downward facing dog. And then walk your hands back to your feet and come into forward fold. Spread the arms flat back, come all the way up and over. And exhale, hands come back to your heart. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale back, inhale lift. Exhale fold, hands to shins up. Exhale release. Walk your hands out. Drop your knees. Exhale. Inhale cobra. Exhale release. Push and come up to downward dog. Walk your hands back to your feet and forward fold. Spread the arms. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands back to your heart. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale lift. Exhale fold. Hands to shins up. Exhale down. Walk it forward and drop it down. Inhale cobra. Exhale release. Push and lift. Come up to downward dog. Hold it here. Breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now look towards your hands and start taking little steps and find your way all the way up to the front of your mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. And exhale, hands come back to your heart. Standing at the top of your mat in Tadasana, just take a moment, find your center, shake out any weird energy that might be in your legs or your arms, and then bring your hands together at your heart. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale back, inhale lift. Exhale fold, hands to shins up. Exhale release. Right foot back, left foot back. Drop your knees. Exhale. Inhale cobra. Exhale release. Push up and find downward dog. Now look towards your hands. Bring your right foot forward. Plant your back foot and come up with straight legs. Turn your hips so you're facing towards the front of the mat. You can bring your hands onto your hips here, and let's come up and down a couple times to find the lunge. And once you're settled, release your hands, bring them up overhead, interlace the fingers, and find warrior one. Take 3 breaths here. Good. And then release the hands down and bring them back to your hips. Straighten the legs. Now you're going to pivot your feet and come all the way over onto the other side. So both legs are straight. And this time the left foot is forward, right foot is back. And drop up and down. Find your lunge. And then come into your lunge. Hold it here. And then swing the arms up overhead, finding warrior one. I'm just going to check. It sounds like somebody's not muted here. So just bear with me. Keep holding the pose. Nice. Breathing. Good. You've got this. All right, I'm back with you. Release your hands down, come to the hips, and now pivot your feet back to center and go back over to the right side. Drop down into your lunge. Bring the arms up overhead, finding warrior one, and then drop the arms down shoulder height. Bring the right arm forward and find warrior two. Inhale one, exhale. Inhale two, Exhale. Inhale, 3. Exhale, back arm slides down the back leg, right arm reaches up, eyes look up. Keep sinking into your lunge. Breathe. Good. Drop the right hand down and now bring both hands onto your hips and straighten both legs. Pivot back to center and now pivot over into the other direction. Both legs are straight. And now we're going to come up and down. Find your lunge again. Left foot in front here. And then drop down into the lunge. Raise the arms up overhead. Find warrior one. Breathing. Exhale, arms come down, shoulder height, left arm forward, right arm back. Sink a little deeper down. Eyes are on the front fingertips. Breathing. Back arm down the back leg. Front arm reaches up. Breathe. Good. Now this time, windmill the hands all the way back to the front foot. Bring the left foot back. Drop your knees. Exhale down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Push and lift. Come up to downward dog. Look towards your hands. Take little steps and find your way up to the front of your mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Come all the way up. And exhale, hands back to your heart. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale back, inhale lift. Exhale, fold. Hands to shins, lift. Exhale, release. Left foot back and right foot back. Drop your knees. Exhale down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Push and lift. Coming back to downward dog. Look towards your hands. Bring your left foot forward. Plant the back foot. Come all the way up, finding warrior one. Breathing here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Arms come down, shoulder height. Bring the left arm forward, right arm back. Warrior two. Breathing. Good. Now slide your right hand forward. Bring the palms together. And we're going to move into warrior three. So you're going to straighten the front leg, hop up off the back leg, extend the arms forward, and point the right toes behind you. Breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Drop the back foot down. Bring the right arm back and over, finding warrior two, and then windmill the hands all the way to the front foot. Left foot comes back. Drop the knees. Exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Push and lift. Come back up to downward dog. Breathing. Good. Now look towards your hands. Bring the right foot forward. Plant the back foot and come up for warrior one. Breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Arms down, shoulder height. Bring the right arm forward, left arm back. Sink a little deeper into your lunge. Breathing. Now swing the left hand forward. Hands come together. Straighten the front leg. hop up off the back leg, point the toes on the left foot, reach the arms in front. Breathe. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Drop the back foot down. Arm comes up and over, back to warrior two. And now windmill the hands and bring them back to the front foot. Right foot comes back, drop knees, exhale. Inhale, cobra, exhale, release. Push and lift, coming to downward dog. Now look towards your hands, bring your left foot forward, and then the right. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, and exhale, hands come back to your heart. Just take a minute, shake out your arms, shake out your legs. And then coming into a wide stance, spread out your feet wide. Hands are on your hips. On the inhale, lift the chest, raise the eyes, look up. And then exhale, hinge and fold it forward. Drop your hands down so that they're right below your face. Pressing into the floor, the thumbs can be right side by side with one another. Flatten the back, extend out through your spine. And then keeping the right hand on the floor, swing the left hand up towards the ceiling. Breathing. Inhale one, exhale. Inhale two, exhale. Inhale three, exhale. Drop that hand down. Bring it right next to the other hand. This time left hand stays down. Right hand swings around and up. Reaching that right hand up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Turn your eyes, looking up, and let's breathe. Good, now drop that hand back down. Get steady on your feet, and let's bring left hand to left hip, right hand to right hip, and slowly roll back up to standing. Arms come out to the side. Turn your palms up and then back down. Palms turn up and then down. Palms up and down. And now sweep your hands back behind you so that your hands are clasped together, reaching far back. Inhale, lift the chest, raise the eyes, look up. And now slowly hinge from your hips and drop it down. So the head's going down as the arms are going up. Breathing. Inhale one, exhale. Inhale two, exhale. Inhale three, exhale. Slowly roll it back up. Back into standing. And then release your hands, bring them back out to the side, 5-pointed star. Bend your elbows, bend your knees, and come down into goddess pose. So the elbows are right about at shoulder height. You're dropping your tailbone down as low as you can, and then drop the hands down and bring them back up. Drop them down, look down, and then look up. Drop it down, and then back up. Drop it down, and then back up. Drop it down, and then back up. Come back to neutral. Straighten the arms, straighten the legs. Just shake out your hands, and then point those fingers. Now turn your left foot out and bring your right foot in. And we're going to just hinge from the waist here back and forth a few times, reaching back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back. Now this time reach it forward and drop the left hand down, bring the right hand up, coming into Trikonasana, triangle pose. So the hands are lined up with one another, top hand. If you drew a line from your top hand to your bottom hand, it would make a nice straight line. Your waist is long, your legs are straight. If you can, your eyes are softly looking up towards your right thumb. Breathing here. Inhale one, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Come back up into 5-pointed star. Bend your knees, bend your elbows, coming down. I'm really sinking down with the tailbone here, lifting the elbows up nice and high. And now you're going to squeeze your hands into 2 tight fists. Squeeze your triceps, squeeze your biceps, and now pull them together and release back out. Pull them in and release back out. Pull them in and back out. Nice strong arms. Keep it going. You've got this. All right, open the arms, release the fingers, straighten the arms, straighten the legs. Let your arms come down and just shake everything out. Back and forth. Nice job. And now just let your arms be really heavy and swing them way up to each side. And then a little higher. Dropping down when you come to the center and then lifting back up. Breathing. And then slow it down. Slow it down. And then come back to center. Good. And then let's heel toe the feet together. Coming into standing position. Just shaking everything out. And you want to have your feet about as wide as your mat. And we're going to take the hands together in front. Swing them back around behind. Clasping the hands together, drawing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift the heart, raise the eyes, look up. And then on the exhale, hinge and drop it down. Again, head goes down, arms go up. Breathing. Good, and then slowly roll it back up. Coming into standing, release those hands and just come into a simple standing position, Tadasana. Have your hands down at your side. Just feel your feet grounding down to the floor. Close your eyes for a moment and let's take a couple breaths here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. Good. And then open your eyes, shake out your fingers, and just pull your feet a little bit of a distance apart here. We're going to do a balance pose. We'll do tree pose this morning. So just rolling back and forth a couple times and then get steady on your feet. We're going to shift weight over onto the left foot. And you can start by having just your foot really low with just your toes on the floor, or you could bring it up halfway. Or if it's available to you, you can press your right foot into your left upper leg or anywhere in between that's working for you. Get your hands together at your heart. Nice steady gaze, find your focal point. And then as you're ready, arms come up and reach them out. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Bring the hands together, drop them back down, and release the foot back to the earth. And just shake it out for a minute. And then we'll shift over onto the other side. So this time weight's going to come over onto the right foot. Get your balance there, find your focal point, and then position your left foot where you'd like to have it today. Hands come together at your heart when you're ready. And breathe. Slowly raising the hands up overhead and then spreading them out wide. Good. Bring your hands back together and down to your heart. Release the leg and let everything come back down to the ground, back to standing. All right, let's find our way back to the front of the mat. Find Tadasana. Feet hip distance apart, hands together at your heart. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale back, inhale lift. Exhale fold, hands to shins lift. Exhale release. Left foot back and right foot back. Drop knees, exhale down. Inhale cobra, exhale release. Push and lift, coming into downward dog. And now bring your feet together so big toes are right near one another. And you're going to leave the left foot down, raise the right foot up, point the toes. Reaching that right leg long, straightening the arms, spreading out the fingers in your hands, long extension. And now go back to your big right toe, make sure it's pointing, and now let's flex. And point, and flex. And point, and flex. And now circle the foot to the right, and then circle it to the left. Good. Drop that right foot down. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale, lower the hips. Inhale, lift, look up. And exhale, bring it back. 2 more. Inhale forward. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale back. Bring it forward and down and up and back into downward dog. Feet are together, big toes touching. Weight on the right foot, left leg lifts. Point the toes. Extend it out, reach it long. And then flex your left foot and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Now circle the foot one way and then circle it the other. Good. Now drop that foot down. Come forward into plank. Exhale, lower the hips. Inhale, lift, look up. Exhale, bring it back. Come forward and down and up and back. Inhale forward, exhale down. Inhale, lift, exhale back. Bring it forward again and drop your knees down to the mat. Open up your knees wide, sit back towards your heels, and now tent up your fingers in front and reach those hands as far out as you can and drop your head to the mat. Elbows are up off the ground. Breathing here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Lift your head up. Walk your hand in, sitting on your heels for a minute. Just take your right arm, cross it over your left. Give that shoulder a little stretch and breathe. Good, and then release that side down. Bring the other side over and just stretching it across your body, pointing the fingers, using your right hand for support. Keep breathing. You've got this. Good, and then release. Let's come up onto our knees and interlace your fingers, reverse them around, and then raise them up overhead. So you're stretching those arms nice and long. Torso is stretched out. Now let's tip over to one side as far as you comfortably can, pushing out through the hands. If it's available to you, turn and look up. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Come back up. Push up through the arms, lengthen the torso, and now take it over, other side. Turn the eyes, look up, and breathe. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Come back up to center. Release the hands and bring them back down. Let's do some rolls with the shoulders. Bring them around and back. And then reverse direction, other way. Good. And now bring your hands together in front. Open up that big imaginary curtain. Take it back around behind you. Clasp the hands. Draw the shoulder blades together. Extend the arms back. And then sit back towards your heels. Roll it forward and bring your forehead to the mat. Once you're settled here, lift up and roll to the crown of your head. Raise the arms up and lift your hips up off the ground. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Roll back to your forehead, drop your hips. Come back up to seated position. And now release your hands, let them come back around front. Just rest them on your legs for a moment. Close your eyes and take a couple breaths here. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Open the eyes, come up into kneeling position. Now I'm going to walk over to the left side of my mat, and so I have my right leg on the mat, my left leg is on the floor, and I'm going to pick up the left leg, bring it forward, and then I'm coming up onto my heel of that foot. Drop your fingertips down onto the floor for support, and then you're going to slide your right leg forward, trying to come into a split position, Hanumanasana. You can use your hands. I like to make fists with my hands here to support my body weight, but you're trying to really spread your weight out between your back leg, your front leg, and your torso pushing down. Lift up your chest, raise your eyes, look up, breathe. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Bring your eyes forward. Slowly slide that left leg back, finding tabletop position on your mat. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Just wiggle your hips side to side a couple times. Drop your head towards the floor. Let it just hang like a loose apple, swinging in the breeze. Breathing. Good, and then come back to center. Come up onto your knees again, and now we're going to move over to the right side so that your left leg is on the mat, your right leg is on the floor, and come into a bit of a lunge here with the right foot. Bring it forward, and you can just scooch it as far forward as you comfortably can. Drop your hands down onto the floor. Lift up your toes and let your heel slide that leg forward, trying to find split on the other side. Make fists with your hands if that feels better for your fingers not getting so much pressure on them. Try to distribute your weight evenly between the right leg, left leg, and torso. Straighten the spine, lift the heart, raise the eyes, look up, and breathe. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Release. Bring that right leg back. Walk back to the center of your mat, finding tabletop position. Just wiggle the hips back and forth, let your head hang, and swing side to side. Good, and then come back to center, back to stillness. Walk your hands in towards your knees and come up into kneeling position. Bring your hands back around onto your back, trying to have the fingers pointing up the back, pressing into the back with the palms and the fingers. And then you're going to pull your elbows towards one another. And as you gently press into your back, the belly comes forward, the chest lifts, and the eyes look up. Keep drawing the shoulders and the elbows towards one another. And hold it here, breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Straighten back up, release your hands down, just shake everything out. And now let's curl the toes under behind us so your heels are lifted. And we're going to bring the hands around and back, placing the hands on the heels. Pull the belly forward, and then if it's appropriate, you can let your head roll back. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Come up nice and straight. Take your time. And then put the tops of your feet back on the floor. Sit back towards your heels. And you're going to place your arms right alongside your legs and roll down into a simple child pose, forehead to the floor. Arms are alongside of you. Breathing. And then come back up. Come back up onto your knees. And now we're going to come into the full version of camel pose here. So you're going to have the tops of your feet down onto the floor. If you don't want to do the full version, you can do either heels lifted or you can go back to the initial one we did with hands on the back. Okay, if you're going to try the full version, tops of the feet are down. Hands are going to come back around behind you. Place your palms on the soles of your feet. Bring your belly forward and let your head release back. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Come back up nice and straight. Take your time. And then slowly let your hips drop down towards your heels. This time we'll bring our hands forward for child pose. So just walk them comfortably forward. Drop your elbows, drop your head, and breathe. Good, and then come back up. Walk the hands in towards your knees, and let's slide the feet over to the side and come into seated position. You can extend your feet out in front of you. We're going to point the toes and flex, point and flex, point and flex. One more time, point and flex. And now let's bring the right leg in. We're going to cross it over your left leg, just tucking it in nice and close. Straighten up your spine. Sit tall as you do this. With your extended leg, flex your feet, spread your toes. And now you're going to take your left arm and wrap it around the right arm and bring your right arm out in front. Eyes are on your fingertips. And now you're going to twist and bring that arm around back behind you. Drop the hand. And once you get settled into this position, take a minute to see, can I twist even just a little further? Look back towards your shoulder and breathe. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Bring that arm up. Bring it all the way back around. Uncross your leg, straighten it out. Just shake everything out a little bit. And then we'll take the other side. Bring in the left leg, tuck it in nice and tall, sit tall, and then cross it over your right leg. Wrap your right arm around the left leg, bring the left arm out in front. Eyes are on your fingertips. Right foot is active. Spread the toes, flex the foot. And now swing the left hand to the left, all the way around back behind you. Drop it down and twist. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Pick that hand up. Bring it all the way back around. Let's uncross the legs. And let's open up into a wide V shape. Have your feet flexed. Legs are long. Torso is long. And just bring your hands up by your hips, because this is where the movement's coming from, right? We're moving from this ball and socket joint on your hips. Just bring it forward and back a couple. And then bring your hands in front for support and walk the hands front. Remember, keep flexing those feet. Keep the back long. Keep the head lifted. Keep wiggling those fingers as far forward as you can. And then let's hold it here, breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3. And now curl your shoulders, curl your belly, walk a little bit further, let your head drop down and find your edge here and hold it here for 3. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Lift your head, walk your hands back in, sitting nice and tall. And now tuck your elbows in by your ribs and turn your palms up. I want you to keep your lower body just at where it is, nice and steady and stable, like you're just glued to the floor here. Those elbows are in, palms are up. And I want you to just twist the upper body over to the right and then come back to center and then twist it over to the left and back to center. So we're just moving the upper body here, trying not to move the legs and the hips, twisting at the waist, breathing over to the left, back to center, over to the right, and back to center. Good. And then just relax your arms. And now we're going to do that same sensation of turn over to the right. And we're going to hold it here so you're in line with that right leg. Slide your hands down the right leg. See what you can get a hold of. Maybe grab your shins, your ankles. Might be able to get your hands wrapped around your foot. On the exhale, drop nose down to the knee and fold. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Lift your head up. Walk back up to center and bring yourself back to center. Take a minute, just wiggle around. Get lined up again. Flex both feet. And now over we go to the left side. Shift the upper body to the left. Slide the hands down that leg, grabbing hold of what you can get a hold of. And then drop your nose down towards your knee. Breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Come back up to center. Sit nice and tall through the spine. Really extend those legs. Flex your feet so much that your heels lift up off the ground. Push the knees down and just gently lift those heels just a little bit up off the ground, and then release and let them touch. Hinging from the hips again, hands at the waist, nice tall spine. Bring it forward and then back up. Bring it forward and then back up. Keeping the back flat here. Back and forth. And now bring it forward. Reach the hands out in front. Just walk them. See where you can get to. Keep your chest and eyes lifted, looking forward. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale. Now round the shoulders, round the belly. Walk the hands a little further forward and fold it down. Good, and then walk it back up. Bring your legs together. Come in onto your mat so that you're sitting about in the middle of the mat. And then we're going to bend the knees and slowly roll down onto our backs so that you're spread out the whole length of your mat. And let's bring the right leg in, stretch the left leg out. Just gently tuck it in towards your belly and extend the left leg. And now release your right hand down onto the mat. Keep your left hand on your right knee. And we're going to pull the right leg over to the left, coming into a laying spinal twist. You can spread out your right arm to the right and turn your eyes and look towards your right hand. And now come back to center. Straighten out the right leg. Bring the left leg in, just cupping your hands over that knee. Press it into your belly. Right leg is extended. And now release the left hand down to the mat. And the right hand pulls the left leg over to the right side. Stretch out your left arm and look over towards that hand. Breathing. Good, and then come back to center. Straighten out your leg. Bring your hands down alongside of you. Make any little subtle adjustments. Wiggle around a bit. Get comfortable, finding yourself in a comfortable laying position for Shavasana. You're going to take a minute to make sure your body is all settled. And then you're going to let the breath just return back to its normal soft inhale, soft exhale. And then we're going to bring our mind to focus on our breath, watching as the breath flows in and then as it flows out. Nothing more to do here, just watching the breath. Keep it simple. If your mind floats on to other things, just gently bring it back when you notice that happening. On your next breath in, breathe in a little deeper. Exhale, release. Wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your toes. Start to feel things moving again. And then as you're ready, slowly bring your knees in towards your chest. Give them a little hug. Roll over onto your side, taking a couple breaths. And then as you're ready, come back up to seated position. You can let your eyes be soft or closed, and let your hands come up to your heart center. Just taking a moment here to think about the intention that you set for yourself during practice today, and how you might take that out into your world. My wish for you today is health in your body, peace in your mind, and love in your heart. Namaste.